A means to an end. I just had a conversation with a older gentleman while I was working, and we were just talking about life, and I was telling him a lot about my ambitions and what I see in terms of like my content, in terms of like what I'm doing with my life in terms of college. And he said something like a means to an end. Like, my job that I'm currently working is a means to an end. And it's true. It's good in the moment, and it's gonna help me, push my way through the end of college, but ultimately it's not something that I want, for the rest of my life. Everything is a means to an end. Is kind of what I realized afterwards. I've been watching a lot of stuff surrounding around Streamer University recently, which is a event hosted by big content creator Kai Cenat, and I sat in on one of the streams where the professor was just talking, and he said a lot of interesting things. He was talking a lot about how, at the end of the day, let me give an example. Tell me about a famous person from 100 years ago. He asked this to one of the students, and they were like, I don't know, because no one knows, That basically was an example of like, at the end of the day, no one is going to remember you. Even no matter how big, a Kai, a Speed, a Mr. Beast, at the end of the day, you will not know these people 100 years from now, maybe not even 50. And, at the end of the day, all of this just ends at some point. Our life begins and ends, which just sounds self-explanatory, but it made me think that, like, a lot of the time throughout my life, I've taken so many things for granted, and I have so many realizations when people say things. Like, I feel like my brain or my subconscious knows better than my actual self. Like, it knows the things I have to be doing. It knows the things that I'm doing is either wrong or good. But until I hear them, until I see it, that's when I finally am like, I get it. What I'm trying to get at, I guess, is enjoy the moment. Enjoy this life, as this life was not guaranteed. Your life is not guaranteed today. It's not guaranteed tomorrow. It won't be guaranteed in a week from now, maybe a month, not even a year. You might die at any waking moment. But that's what gives life purpose, is because there is an end. There is an end to everything. That's why you live now, because things mean so much, because eventually you won't be able to do those things. So the last time I'm going to mention it, I want this mentality, or this person that I held in the past, to be over with. A means to an end. I've learned so much. I've gained so much. I've had insecurity about where I'm going and what I'm doing. But now I'm telling myself that this is what I want. And I'm going to work my life to fulfill this dream, to fulfill this goal of mine. And I'm going to keep going. No matter what, no matter the failure, no matter if I slip up sometimes. At the end of the day, I'm human. But at the same time, I know that it takes hard work, but it also takes the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience to build something bigger than you. And I'm looking to do that. Anyways, I appreciate it.